Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more Star Trek Online. I think we're ready for our next mission. So we are doing the Romulan story arc still, or the Romulan mystery episodes, Romulan mystery, and we are up to Mine Enemy. Reports of illegal weapon use on Hifar lead you to evidence of greater atrocities.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemans are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Okay, and it looks like some personal gear and potentially some ship weapons. We aren't going for a cannon build though, so we won't grab any of these turrets. Let's go ahead and accept and head out, and I'll bring us back once we are ready to load in. Oh, that actually seemed really quick. Oh, here's the actual load screen, which was also really quick. There we are. Okay, Zeph. Captain, the Riemans were targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have its exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all the moons in the system are inhabited and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon to try to determine which one the Riemans were actually targeting. Okay. Let's head out.
You've stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack, attack!
Okay, so some Riemans. Let's get some stuff going. Okay, one down. On to the next moon. Okay. Oh, this might be... Yep. Crafting materials. I'm not too worried about that on this character. Ooh, these moons are pretty far apart.
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed.
They're not very hospitable around here, are they? This is a dangerous area, and it's only gotten worse since the destruction of Romulus. It might be difficult to get someone to trust us. Noted. Obviously, like, not as aggressive as the previous moon, though, and so that just leaves this last moon. We're looking for some Ferengi. Okay.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface.
Okay, we found some Ferengis.
Unfortunately, The large amount of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you?
Okay, let's beam to the surface. Myself and Kavalk. That sounds good. Okay, so we need to talk to Madran. Let's head over there. They're definitely like slumming it up here. I guess it is like, seems like it might be a Romulan refugee camp, but maybe these Ferengi are like taking advantage of them with the mines. Seems very, makes it seem like the Romulans are, you know, in very dire straits after the loss of their homeworld.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hathar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business?
Of course, I've heard you're an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in this sector?
Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need.
Do you have any more information about the mines themselves?
I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale?
Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first.
Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it.
I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Okay. Madron won't answer any questions about why the Remans might be targeting this place for fear of scaring us away from a possible sale. Perhaps if we ask some of the locals about what's going on here, they'll be able to provide more information. Yes, exactly, Kavalk. Okay, let's take a look at this place. Okay, so we want to question some miners. And probably avoiding these little side quests.
I'm sorry, I really can't talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I need someone who is familiar with the techniques involved in sonar analysis of soil compositions. How good is your pedology?
I just completed a continuing education program on pedology.
I've marked some
What a
coordinates on your
weird
map.
thing to talk
Please
about.
go there, scan the soil content, and report back to me.
Okay. Northwest of our position. So, but it says that it's over here, which I believe is south. To the west. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is like shrinking. Conduct geological survey. It looks like there might be some animals or something over here. Hostile. And gone. Oh, one left. Okay, so we found the vein. Let's get back to that surveyor. Quite a ways away.
Thank you so much for your help. This information will be incredibly useful when we're ready to tap a new vein of ore. To answer your question, I'm not sure what makes this mine special. I haven't had much chance to explore the whole thing, though. My shuttle broke down in the system 6 weeks ago. Modron was happy to pick me up, but he's holding my shuttle until I've worked out the cost of the repairs. I can't wait to get off this rock. I have seen some strange people in the lower levels of the mine. I tried to do a survey down there once, but they wouldn't let me pass. Perhaps you should look there.
Okay. Interesting. So I think if we weren't a science officer, we might have had to like talk to some other folks and do some more side quests, but they're sending us back to Madron right now.
You want to go
Or
in the
different
mine?
side quests.
Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of the fairy space?
I'll take that information to heart. Okay, let's go explore the mine and watch out for like a roving gang of people that live in the bottom of the mine who apparently used to have good intelligence to feed this Ferengi. Curious. Okay, here we are. Don't make me hurt you.
What do you want?
I'd like to enter this area.
This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. And I don't like you!
Maybe if you got to know me a little better, you'd learn to like me.
You don't belong here. And I'm done talking with you. Leave now!
It's been a pleasure wasting my time with you. Okay. I guess we can just, like, walk past him. Ooh. There's our roving gang up here. Oh, and this guy. Took him a while to, like, decide to be hostile. Okay. Anyone else? Yep. So, a Romulan gang down here. Examine the campsite. Captain, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low-tech, but the Romulans may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate badly enough to use Thalaron weapons, it has to be here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates to reveal whatever the Romulans are trying to hide. I suspect that we need to activate 2 of them to open the door. Okay, so we have controls. We tell you to go here. Close enough. And then I go there. And then, there we go. And then you... Oh, no. Okay. There we go. We right-click it to stop him from going there. Oh, there's like... something down here. Very green. Maybe Romulan? Considering we've been fighting them?
You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There
them.
is much here you do not understand, Jack. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
So Hakiv is here. Find the commander's access code. Okay. Any more? Yep. Okay, clear. Listening post, Hephaestus observed from captured holo recordings in the Delta Quadrant. Resistance is futile. Oh, actually, we just read those logs. True Way logs. Observed from holofeed on Cardassia Prime. Detapa Council petitions Federation to fund Lacarian city infrastructure projects. 47 injured in bombing at University of Kalat. True Way claims responsibility for attack. Detapa Council passes bill allowing Cardassian government to seize assets of persons convicted of terrorist activity. Councillor Merrim Akonda resigns. Starfleet sending advisors to Cardassia Prime to advise government on security issues. Councillor Evola introduces resolution calling for Cardassia to apply for Federation membership. Bill stalls in committee. Ministry of Trade extends agreements with Ferengi to market Cardassian-made transport vessels and phaser banks. Okay. Listening post Hades. Observed from captured holofeed in Earth's space dock, Captain Sulu has applied for transfer to the front line of Klingon conflict. Admiral Quinn under medical care for heart condition. Intercepted Starfleet medical records indicate that the condition is fully treatable and not a suitable target for exploitation. 7th Fleet entered neutral zone as part of the routine series of exercises. Franklin Drake heading extended operations in Eta Eridani. Starfleet Command considering new tactics in conflict with True Way. Starfleet intelligence concerned with rise in war profiteering by independent Ferengi and Dopterians. Okay, no access codes yet. Observed from holofeeds on Kronos, Chancellor Jempok facing increasing challenges from members of the High Council loyal to House Martok. Alliance between House of Jempok and House of Duras is weak. Situation is highly exploitable. Recommend we seek agents on Kronos. Many members of discommendated House of Torg have been absorbed into House of Duras. KDF leadership angered by High Council's mandate to work more closely with Klingon intelligence. Valkyrie forces in region massing under new leadership. Melanie Dion seen entering home of Drax, son of Martok. Gorn push for representative on High Council rejected. Okay. So we're obviously, like, in a listening post. Oh, okay. Maybe we don't need to read all that. Maybe the commander is in here.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeeb has his way, we all will.
Okay, so she's, like, pretty disillusioned by how things are going. Looks like there's a ramp up here. Is there like a control room? Oh, there's the commander. I surrendered. Okay, perfect.
Enough. I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Why does the Reman Resistance want to destroy this base?
The Remans know about this base? Impossible! Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you, but it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here. Nothing more. There are many targets that those Reman scum would find much more tempting.
Enough of these lies.
Are you sure you want to end things like this?
Yes. Interesting. That's weird that it wouldn't, like, give me another choice. I don't think I would have decided to kill her. That's like a huge turret. Okay, blood wine. Interesting. Open the prison cells? Maybe, like, talk to the prisoners? Oh no, we're just freeing them, I guess. Okay, so I guess we got our access codes, probably when we killed her. And then we need to find the base controls. And this is just all, like, stuff that they've been observing and recording. Oh, nice. Prisoners are helping us. Okay. So around this corner, there's going to be a couple more.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be... It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation, but I have much to do and little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Okay, very extreme, but apparently, you know, like, Hakiv's keeping this a secret from, like, Empress Sela herself, so... Okay, let's get out of here before it blows. Okay. Keep running. And elevator. Let's go. Okay, let's talk to Madron about about the Romulan listening post that we just like stumbled into.
My mind! What have you done to my mind?
I didn't do anything. It was the Tal Shiar you were sheltering.
Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract.
Stop with the lies, Madron. I know you knew who and what was down there.
And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the Quadrants, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business.
Do you know anything about what they recently discovered?
Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janik and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Treat those miners well, Madron, or I'll be back. Madron doesn't seem to know much, Captain, or at least he's not willing to part with what information he knows without being paid. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try our luck at decrypting the files we recovered from the Tal Shiar. I'm sure they'll be more useful than anything Madron has to say. Let's go. Okay. Decrypt Tal Shiar files in your ready room or conference room. Okay, so let's visit our starship bridge. I'm not sure if I've like shown you guys the inside of the ship or not. Okay. I think this is just like the default bridge. We can change this out though. This isn't a bad one. It feels like an okay progression. Kind of like a little bit The Next Generation, a little bit Voyager. Like it looks like we have at least we have an engineer sitting up here, so that's, or maybe that's ops. So ops up there, maybe the helm, science console. Looks like maybe another science console, and then some workstations back here. The scaling is a little bit weird because of, I think they make the rooms extra large for like camera stuff. But yeah, okay. Is this our ready room? There's our ready room. Okay. Maybe this is that's library files or conference room. Well, what if we access library files? Decipher Tal Shiar files, okay? Open file fervor. Activity of note in Klingon space. Analyze file structure. No anomalous data structures found in the file. File is referenced by another file. Okay. Cross-reference with Starfleet records. The House of Torg lost its seat on the Klingon High Council after evidence it was revealed that the House leaders collaborated with Romulans to attack the House of Martok. Okay, so I guess it wants us to update that. House of Torg was please specify the change to be made. Okay. Wait, so that wasn't right? Act of treason. Interesting. Okay. So we're like fixing errors in the file. Analyze file structure. Partial number sequence found in officer ID numbers. Numbers, the sum of previous two files referenced by another file. Okay, change the faulty information. Select new file. Let's open this one. No anomalies. Okay. Vulcan Ambassador Soketh retires to monastery on Pajem. No, he died, right? So he was exposed at Pajem. Yeah, the fake one. File is encrypted using multivariable passkey that references the other files. Okay, so maybe let's go do the other files, the last file first. Okay. Vulcan. Okay, and now let's apply the passkey. Okay, so secret Riemann base detected in the Dara system. Listening post Hephaestus has been detected. An increase in subspace communications and ships traveling to and from the Dara system. Analysis of communications and ship traffic reveals patterns of obfuscation normally employed by Riemann forces. The Tal Shiar forces then intercepted a ship leaving the Dara system and captured 47 Riemann civilians. The passengers and crew were summarily executed under orders of Colonel Hakiv, but the captain and first officer were preserved for questioning. Under interrogation, the captain of the Riemann vessel provided a security key that could be used to decipher encrypted communications sent to the Dara system. The decrypted messages prove that there is a base in this area of space using by Riemann resistance. Recommendation: Tal Shiar ships should be sent to Dara system immediately to capture this base and its inhabitants. The Tal Shiar is planning an attack on a Riemann base. We need to get this information to Admiral Tanay at Starbase 39 Sierra immediately. Yep. That's what it sounds like. Let's give her a call.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered show that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Riemanns for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thaleron weapons in the Fahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians, as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Well, that was Mine Enemy. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys during the next one. Bye!